Hello and welcome to Online Appliance Tech. Today we're going to show you how to replace the door switch on a newer model Maytag washer. So if you're getting the F5E2 error code or your lid lock just broke off like this one, we'll show you how to replace it. Well, wait, let me explain to you how to remove this door switch if it's still intact and you need to remove. So first thing first, you see this top bezel, so you can use a flathead or your finger to press the bezel out between or away from the door switch itself, and then you can come from the other side and pull up on the bezel to remove. Hopefully that makes sense. And now you would press towards your left, so say if you go under the lid or if you have the lid off the top of the washer, you would press towards the left and slightly rotate the lid lock down and then pull out. So once again, when you remove the bezel, you'll press the lid lock towards its left and then you'll rotate it down towards its right and pull out. So first thing you want to do is unplug it. This is the part. I will leave a link in the description below if you need this. But first thing first, unplug it and then you'll remove the quarter bit screws from the back. You have a little panel here that you have to remove first. Then we're going to remove the back panel. I believe it's 4 or 5 quarter bit screws. So there's 1, 2, 1 in the middle, that's 3, and 4 and 5. Once removed, we're going to remove the back panel or pull it backwards towards the hose. You can remove the hose if you'd like. Just make sure you turn the water off first. Here's the service manual if you need it for error codes. Just hidden right there. So now we have to remove the top panel. So as you can see, it has a clip here. You have to press the clip back and then push up on the display panel. You have to remove the display panel to remove the harness to disconnect the door switch. So it's right here in that clip. As I showed you, you'll press inwards. Or squeeze it together, I would say, or press back. Yeah, just press back and then press up. And you'll go to the left hand side, press back and lift up. The models that I used to work on, you can actually use a card to slide in there, but on this model you have to press it in like this. So as you can see there, you press it backwards and then press up. And sorry for the lighting, it's kind of a tight angle to get a camera in there, especially with light, so hopefully this can help you. So once this is released, you'll lift up on the panel. This is a card that you would use on the older models. You would slide in and click off, but on this one you can't, so that's why you have to go underneath it. So since we have the tabs released, we can lift right up on the panel and then we'll disconnect the harness from the main control board, which does connect to the display control board. You just want to put this out of the way. So this is the door switch harness, which connects to the main control board. So we'll disconnect it from the main control board. Just don't pull up on the wire itself from the board. It has a little clip, and then you have a little clip here you can press in with your nails or like a needle nose type pliers, and then you press the door switch down. So these are the 2 screws that are quarter bit screws that you have to remove to lift up on the panel. This machine gave me a little bit of trouble, so I had to do a little different, but I'll show you how to do both ways. Hopefully your machine is not as tough as this one. So now having the 2 quarter bit screws released, you should come towards the front and you'll pull towards you and lift up and then press back as you lift up. This one gave me a hard time. As you can see, I'm actually trying to figure out what's going on because I already attempted this. So being I was not able to remove it the correct way, I'm going to have to go underneath and disconnect it with these clips. As you can see right here, we'll just disconnect the harness from these clips. You should have 2 on the side. And here's the second clip. I actually use a flathead, as I'll show you here in the video, to pry up on this to get it out. So let's get started. So what I'm doing here, I'm trying to pry up on the latch, or not the latch, but the harness itself to disconnect from the clip which is not working. So I'm gonna actually use my 2 fingers to go underneath to give it a better, or get more leverage. So, but like I said, you should pull forward like this. Pull, let me see, pull forward, disconnect. There we go. And then lift up as you press back. So lift up and press back, but this one did not want to work. So try that first. Obviously it's easy to get up underneath it. So forward and up. Anyway, so I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to put my 2 fingers underneath the flathead, and I can do it by feel or just look up under there with my head, and then go right beside the clip with your flathead and put your 2 fingers up under the flathead, which then you can press the clip out. So here I'm going to press up underneath it. I already did the other one, but this one, and then we should be able to remove it. Make sure you slide the harness through the little hole there. So yeah, this is the old door switch. Also, when you buy this door switch, you want to buy the upper clip. It doesn't come with it, but I'll try to leave that in the description below also. So let's get the new door switch. So I'm actually thinking it may be easier to do it the way I'm doing like this rather than to take the whole tub off. But I guess it would, in a way, would be easy if you can get up underneath it to disconnect it from the latch. So you want to slide the harness through the hole here, then you should just click it into place. There we go. We'll just click that up in there. And then we'll connect this little support there. So this white piece here goes above the door switch, which holds it into place. So a lot of times when you remove it just to replace the door switch, they break. This one's actually broken, so I will have to come back and replace this, but just for video purposes I'll use this. So you'll slide the door switch underneath it, you'll line it up. Once you line it up, you'll actually have to, there's a little latch or lever, a little latch we'll call it, that has to slide into your left first, and then you press up. And once you align these two, you'll take this piece and you'll press it down. Make sure the lock is not upside down on this white piece here. And you'll press it straight in, and it'll lock the door switch into place. And that's actually what holds the door switch, with a little latch on the left. And that's it. Then we have to clip everything underneath back into the original clips, the ones that we removed earlier. So this is a little awkward. Actually, well, what you'll have to do, you'll have to feel where the clip is, and then you'll take your right hand, pull the clip back as you press the harness behind the clip. So I guess this is another good reason to remove the lid if you can, but this harness has to go underneath this clip or this metal piece here. So I will have to press that up underneath there so it's just not hanging. So yeah, sorry for the upside down camera angle. This is the best I have for now for recording, but hopefully it helps. But yeah, that should be good for now. It's pressed in there, and that'll keep it just from hanging down. So now I'll just take a quick glimpse to make sure everything's in place. There's the door latch, and let me go to the left and just make sure everything's aligned. So that's it. So now we'll reinstall the 2 1/4 bit screws that close the top to the bottom housing. And now we'll reconnect the door switch, just kind of put it in the same way you took it out. It can only go one way. So just clip that back in, give you a better lighting. go. And then we'll just clip these into the side of the main control board. How it was, this is clipped up. Okay, so now it's time to reinstall the display panel. So when reinstalling this display panel, you want to go in from the back first, towards the back, as that has a little latches there. So we're going to press it back first, but first we do have to connect the harness before we do anything. So let's connect the harness, and then we'll press in the display panel. So start from the back, slide it in, and make sure both sides are aligned. And then once so, we'll go from the front and we'll press down and it'll click into place. That's it. Then you'll just reinstall your back panel, install your 5 quarter-bit screws, and then you'll put the cover back on. Okay, and when you install your drain line, just make sure you don't go no further than a foot. The back pressure can mess up the pump if you push it too far down, and then make sure you zip tie it off. So let's go ahead and plug this in. Well, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, just leave in the comments below. I will try to get back to them, and if need parts, they'll be in the description below. And thanks for watching. Have a good one.